toasting, joking too. Sipping and roasting is what we do. Light 'em up, drink 'em down. Whiskey and cigars all around. Cheers, y'all.
Well. That sounds like a party just about to happen, ladies and gentlemen.
Asphyxiated there. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this fine radio program, podcast, and video extravaganza known internationally as the world-famous Smokin' and Toastin'. One of my favorite things about the show these days, because most of the features on this show have evolved over time. They didn't necessarily start at the beginning of the show. And doing the well intro is something that, I don't know, we've been doing it for hundreds of shows, but it evolved over time. And what I particularly enjoy is when we get a guest who has not been on the show before and is not necessarily, familiar with what we do.
My favorite is when these guests know that they're going to be on the show.
Yeah.
And they don't bother watching the show to see what it's even about.
And then we bust into the well, and they have this look of horror on their faces. It's like, no, we've discovered this actually works. We know what we're doing. Please, don't stop holding my ears. I know what I'm doing. Welcome to another edition of Smokin' and Toastin'. Our program is all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars.
I love those things.
It's show number 495, and we had to do a sort of a quick right turn on today's show, or left turn, depending on what your particular, how you want to characterize it.
Depending on which side you rest on, yes.
That's right. Initially, though, we were going to take our Smokin' and Toastin' barrel pick and kind of devote the show to it. We've already chosen it, and the bottles are on the way. But as it turns out, it's still in transit, so we didn't get it in time. So we had to very quickly pivot. And fortunately, I am almost never at a loss for a bottle of tequila. And so I was able to bring in a bottle of tequila. But Terry also stepped up to the plate with, he said, yeah, I've got some vodka and some whiskey in these little hip pocket bottles that a friend gave to me, and we should try these. And I'm looking at the name of them as they're spinning around there on Mr. Twirlygig, and I'm certain that we will not be able to pronounce it.
I had him send us a pronunciation.
All right, so
yes.
give it your best shot.
Well,
Terry.
No, I'm going to have to play it because it is.
He sent an audio.
I sent an audio. I have to put it in there.
Żytniówka? Żytniówka.
Is it Polish? What is it?
It is Polish. Yes, it is.
Zola had. You know what? I'm just going to call it Zendaya because she's hot.
Żytniówka and Żołądkowa. Żołądkowa.
That's easy for you to say.
Yes.
So anyway, one of these is a vodka, and it's a very low-proof vodka, and then one of them's a whiskey, and it's a very low-proof whiskey. So
these are very common, is what he said, in Poland, and a lot of people have them just in their pocket, walking around.
You gotta respect
going to work.
that.
Just a little sippy sip.
Just a little something to have. So they like their.
And it calls to mind one of my
liquor.
favorite blues songs of all time by R.L. Burnside. It's called Ass Pocket Full of Whiskey.
Nice.
Yeah, it's awesome, by the way.
I thought you were going to say one bourbon, one scotch, and one beer.
Well, that's cool, except that song goes on too long. That should have been a 3.5-minute song, and it's like 9 minutes or something.
It really depends on who's playing it, though.
Well, true. If I'm there at the show and it goes
so
on.
I won tickets from, we have a local DJ here in Houston named Outlaw Dave. I won tickets from Outlaw Dave one time at his
By the way, Outlaw Dave
headquarters.
Outlaw Dave is a buddy. I love that man. He's so cool.
Anytime I'm hanging out with him,
Dave.
I feel like I'm about to get in trouble, like in middle school or something.
Yeah. Absolutely. I used to love his bar, by the way. Drank many a beer at his
absolutely.
bar.
Let me tell you, we worked for many years together at KLOL. We did get in a lot of trouble
I
together.
bet you
So
did.
I won tickets from him one day. I was hanging out there, and he decided to come out, and he's like, "Okay, the first one that can produce a $5 bill gets this tickets." I don't remember what it was. It was something like that, right?
Yeah, right.
And
If you have a 101, it was basically if you have a 101.
If you have a dollar bill with 101 in the serial number,
boom.
Yeah,
That's what
I've
it
done
was.
all these games before during my
whatever
radio
it
time.
was, I got these tickets, and it was to see I can't think of anybody's name today. Bad to the Bone. George Thorogood.
George Thorogood, yeah.
Oh,
So
nice.
it was to see George Thorogood.
When was this?
At the when?
When was this at his club?
Yes.
Nice. Yeah.
And he wasn't playing there.
Yeah,
But it was at the House of Blues,
there,
right? So so I get the tickets, right? And me and my wife show up at the House of Blues, and it's a funny thing because it's not open to the public.
It was like a private party?
It's a private show for some company.
Oh.
That's happening there.
Yeah.
So there's these people and us.
Yeah.
And George Thorogood jamming out.
The widgets you make are bad to the bone.
But
Bad.
I did go up to the bar when he started playing it. I said, "This is my one opportunity." And I bought one bourbon, one scotch, and one beer.
Oh, I love it. I love it. That's so good. The fact that you've done that, my respect for you has grown.
Bucket list got a check on that day.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Thank you, Exxon workers and Ian.
Yeah, it was such a weird. It was like the place was about a third of the way full, and everyone was sitting down in the little section. Yeah. And then me and my wife were wandering around. We were like standing room only, I think.
Yeah,
Thank you,
I love it.
Thank you,
So
Exxon,
bizarre.
our Shell management.
I freaking love that.
But
is
he
so
put on
great.
a
There's
great
nothing
show.
like crashing a corporate party,
Yeah,
by the way.
exactly.
I had a friend, a DJ friend of mine years ago in Boston who was a wedding crasher. Like for real.
Like
For real. He would go to weddings that he was not invited to.
That's amazing.
And crash them. And his favorite thing to say was when people would go, so friend of the bride, friend of the groom? And he would always look at him and go, friend of the shrimp. that was his whole, like, he waited for the opportunity to deliver that line multiple times.
Friend of the shrimp.
Yeah, friend of the shrimp. So we are friends of the shrimp today. We are also friends of the beer. We'll be trying some beers today from our local macro craft brewery, Karbach. Karbach Brewing. Now we have an interesting history with Karbach here on the show. We've had them on the show before.
Oh, yeah.
We have always kind of liked their beers, but they're one of the ones that got bought by Anheuser-Busch
let me
during
back-
that big thing about 10 years
You're
ago.
padding that just a little bit. We liked a lot of their beers.
We did.
And got sick of a few of them because they're so around, like Hopadillo. I'm over it. Mm-hmm. But
I will say, when I first discovered Hopadillo,
Yeah.
I was all about it.
And that's the whole thing is I burned myself out on
I
them.
haven't drank
was
too
their-
many of them, so I
their
still are like,
IPA.
yeah, that's a good one. I'll go for a Hopadillo if I see it. Yeah.
That's their IPA, and it's a good one. But I did burn out on it. I really did.
Yeah.
So
And-
here's a couple crazy things about Karbach, right?
yeah.
Love Street is a beer that they put out, and it blew up because it was fantastic, right?
It's a really good Kolsch.
It's fantastic Kolsch. It's easy drinking. They put it in the big cans, and they had it everywhere. Like, you go to a concert, outdoor, indoor, didn't matter. You could get it in a big, like, 24-ounce can.
And it's one of those beers that's good to drink like fast, which is good at a concert
Yes.
or something because while it's still cold.
But also, even in a big can, when it gets warm, you're drinking a quality product, so it didn't taste like crap
100%.
as soon as it started warming up, like some beers that have cold activated cans do. So what? I'm just saying.
That was a great
That's an
little
early
aside
warning
slap.
system, right?
Yes, but I will just say we have Karbach on the show today. Well, not guests from Karbach, but we're going to be trying one of their brews, and it is a Love Street brew. It's their Love Street Summer Peach Fruited Blonde Ale.
Now, for those of you who aren't in Texas, you're probably familiar with a beer called Michelob Amberbach. Mm-hmm. Okay, or Michelob Amber in general is what it's called, right? This is available everywhere but Texas.
Yeah,
Because in Texas, they called it Ziegenbach.
right.
They wanted to tap into the German tradition here in Texas, which we have a lot of, right? And what happened is recently, Karbach took over the brewing of Ziegenbach.
And it's actually still pretty good.
It improved.
Yeah, exactly. So
And Ziegenbach was not a bad beer to drink. I will say, if you're going to drink a macro beer, that was not a bad beer.
So this raises an interesting conundrum because if you're a beer lover and a brewery like Karbach started out completely independent, did their own thing, were very successful, got bought by
Hey,
Anheuser-Busch.
kudos to those guys. They sold
Right.
for millions.
Right. They made their money. I'm all about that. Good for them. But how do we evaluate them now? Now that they're owned by, a company that's known for being kind of oppressive to craft beer. even though they bought a bunch of craft beer.
repressive,
Right.
if you will.
Or,
Sure.
I mean, if you're under the umbrella of the macro brew, does that then just make you under the umbrella of the macro brew?
it shifts them from craft brew
Yeah.
to macro craft.
That's what we call is macro craft.
yeah. We just
that's
label it
perfect.
macro
But if
craft.
you're the brewmaster at Karbach and you're still focused on, or Wicked Weed or any of the other beers that Anheuser-Busch bought in that thing, like if you're still focused on making great beer and you release some great beers, I feel like we're doing a disservice to beer lovers by not pointing that out. So
True.
today we'll be trying that Love Street Summer Peach. And if it's good, we'll tell you it is. And if we don't like it, we'll tell you that. So
And we've had a few of their macro crafts on here, and actually they're almost always really pretty good.
And when Anheuser-Busch went into this acquisition phase for craft beer and looked at
All your beers belong to us.
yes, and they looked at all of their. By the way, that is, as far as I'm concerned, the two greatest memes of all time are "All your bases are belong to us" and Jenkins. What is his name?
Leroy
Jenkins. No, it doesn't get better than those two. They are the best. But anyway, I digress. Karbach Love Street Summer Peach is Karbach. I can see why.
Now, they've done this
Anheuser-Busch
one
chose
before, right?
them.
It's a seasonal, right? They've done this before.
Right, exactly. I can see why Anheuser-Busch chose them to purchase. One of the companies that they passed on and did not acquire is also a beer we'll be trying today. And I think they may have looked at it and gone, we're Anheuser-Busch. We just can't buy a company that's named Belching Beaver Brewery. It's just not our corporate thing.
Belching Beaver. I love
But
it.
in keeping with a sort of a fruit-forward plan for today's show, we'll do the Fruited Blonde Ale Love Street Summer Peach, and we'll do Belching Beaver's Death by Blueberry.
Death by Blueberry. I
It
love
is
it.
a wheat ale, so we'll try that. And I'd just like to point out, Terry is very excited.
Yeah, I'm very
'cause
excited about
he
these
loves
fruity
these
beers.
fruity beers. Yeah, he really does. And finally, I don't think this one's fruity at all. From Burlington Beer Company, we'll be trying their bourbon barrel-aged coconut stout called North of Kathmandu.
Coconut's a fruit, isn't it?
Yeah, well, is it?
What
I
is
think
it?
it might be.
It's not a nut.
So the fruited thing,
it's called coconut.
the fruited thing continues. Yeah, but I don't think
but
it's
it's not
actually
a
nut.
cocoa nut, so I don't. Yeah.
But those guys are out of Kansas City, which is in fact north of Kathmandu, at least as I understand
I
it.
think that's really where I'm going to.
Yeah.
I mean, if I ever get out of here,
No.
that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I like that.
I
I
have
just
that in
Bob
my head.
Segered everybody.
Yeah, you did.
If I ever get out of here, I'm headed to Jalisco, Mexico, because I want to try some of this Campo Azul Tequila Gran Clasico Anejo. Now, this is really interesting because Campo Azul, we've had their tequilas on the show before. This is their inexpensive line. This Gran a Classic Anejo was $24.
I would not
for the bottle.
I'm just looking at it. I would not buy that
Why?
because of the color. It's so pale.
Because it's a lighter color.
It's so pale.
Admittedly, I thought it was a wine when I saw it in the bag.
But
I mean,
it's an
it
añejo.
literally is so pale. It doesn't look like an añejo tequila.
We will tell you what it tastes
That'd be
like.
interesting, yeah.
And as you can see, I have not broken the seal on this.
No.
So not only are OSHA
Who are you and
representatives
what have you done with the real Cruze?
standing by, but we haven't tried this yet, so that's something that we'll get to. Drinking news and drunken factor on the way. We'll tell you about the teaser headlines for those coming up. We'll find out what Ian had to smoke this week. It's a show all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars. We call it smoking and toasting. Other people call it things that are much less complimentary, but that's okay. We will be right back. Welcome back. It's Smoking and Toasting. Our show is all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars. We told you about the craft beers and fine spirits we'll be sampling on this show, but we didn't tell you about the title to the show. Originally, the title was going to be We Drink Our Own Barrel Pick. That was going to be the title. But the barrel pick is still in transit. We didn't get it in time for the show. So our revised show title for today is a $25 bottle, America's Best Straight Bourbon. And I thought we don't want to talk about that on the same week as we talk about our barrel pick because it's going to be more than $25.
Are you talking about Buffalo Trace?
Maybe.
Are you talking about Weller?
We will get to
Are you
that.
talking about Old Granddad Bonded? No, that's
Granddad.
actually a little bit less, but that's fantastic.
Well, it's still under 25, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, all right, so we'll talk about that. What I think is important in this time when we're seeing, inflation and prices going up and the frustration of that in the cigar world and the spirits world, when we can bring you information about a bottle of whiskey that is $25 or less, that is really good, that might even be America's best straight bourbon.
Ooh, you know what? I know what you're talking about now.
Thing. Yeah,
it's Wild Turkey. It's got to be. I mean, Wild Turkey.
All right. So we'll see if you're right when we get to that
Wild
story.
Turkey.
But in the meantime,
I
we
would
have to
marry it if I wasn't already married.
I understand. I've put it on my nipples, and they're not even sensitive. So
I've heard that before.
yeah, exactly. So before we get to all of that, though, we do have to give you the teaser headlines for both drinking news in the second hour of the show and the drunken fact, which we will get to in a few moments. But let's do drinking news first. Our drinking news teaser headline is: this is worse than dumpster diving. Much worse. And then our drunken fact teaser headline for today is: I can't even think about the drunken fact without thinking about a ukulele intro. Our drunken fact teaser headline for today is: today's drunken fact could save the world. That's a big claim. We'll try to back that up when we get to our drunken fact here coming up in a few minutes. Our Smoking and Toasting O.H. Ingram barrel pick is almost here. I have a feeling
so excited.
We'll be talking about it in next week's show along with La Sigua. Our friends at La Sigua Cigars, who are based out of Costa Rica, will be joining us to talk about some new things happening with their company. And this is a cigar company that's starting to really catch fire. So we're really excited. I don't mean that as a cigar pun, but these guys are really taking off. So we're very excited to talk to them again on next week's show. But in the meantime, Ian, speaking of cigars, did you have an opportunity to smoke anything interesting this week?
My father
Yes. What about him?
blew.
He needed the money?
That's not a statement.
Okay.
I see what you
sorry.
did there.
I
My father
borrowed
blew.
from- Hey, I'm not proud of the fact that I borrowed a joke from Andrew Dice Clay, okay? I'm not proud of that. It just happened. Sometimes things happen and you can't stop them, and that's what...
He posted with Paul Stanley the other day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Paul didn't know. It was like, who are you?
Just out of curiosity, do you follow Paul Stanley?
Yes.
Or do you follow our
You know what? Dice, too, because he posts a lot with John Levitz, and I love John Levitz.
John Levitz is amazing.
Yeah, and Dice was,
I'll just tell you real quick. I used to do a morning radio show years ago.
He's not worth hating.
Had an agreement with the comedy club. They would bring us some of their bigger stars, and in exchange, when they had somebody unknown, we would help them promote their show. We'd have the person on the air, and they could. And we had this guest that they said, "Oh, he's really funny." Oh, and he was in Pretty in Pink. I was like, "Okay, cool. We have something to talk about." He comes on. He's hilarious. He's perfect for radio. He's not swearing. He's not doing any of the stuff. He's very funny, riffing on everything. And then, like 6 months later, somebody gave me his debut album. It was Andrew Dice Clay. I'm like, how did this guy have any jokes he could tell on the radio? But that was
he
my
says at least one swear word in that.
that was my Andrew Dice Clay.
He's still doing stuff.
So Ian, what did you have to smoke this week, and how interesting?
As I
was it?
started to say, my father blew. This came out early last year, I think.
Yeah.
This is a Connecticut broadleaf rosado wrapper, a Honduras binder, and filler from Honduras as well. The appearance: espresso brown wrapper, oily, leathery with some veins, firm feel overall. My father band, a blue band underneath it that says blue, which also has blue in it. And then a blue silk footer on it. It's a beautiful cigar.
I just wanted to mention, my father is one of those brands where I just expect excellence. Whatever I buy, when I light it, I'm expecting
Their
to be
whole
blown
aesthetic
away.
is super classy.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Like, they nailed that. So you never pick up a My Father's cigar and go, meh. I mean, it looks amazing no matter what it is. And this cigar, as amazing as it looks, is $12.
which is not outrageous in today's cigar prices.
This is a premium cigar, but it's a beautiful premium cigar. The pre-light sniff on this, I got sweet mocha, fermented haze, some tea leaf, pre-light draw. I used a clip, had a medium draw on it. I got sweet brownie batter, tea leaf, fermented hay. The initial light on this, here it comes, sweet brownie. That sweetness is head to toe in this cigar. Let me just go ahead and spoiler alert, right? Sweet brownie and earth, touch of leather, and a hint of cayenne in the very back of the palate. Retrohale is sweet brownie and spicy cedar. The first third of this comes in sweet. Again, you see that word keeps coming up, right? This is I'll talk about it. The sweet and earthy is the main event with just enough spiciness on the finish to keep it interesting. Nutty and woody notes weave throughout along with a bit of leather and hay. Retrohale is sweet and woody with a kiss of pepper. Solid ash, good burn. Proposed pairing, coffee would be amazing with this.
Yeah.
If you're a coffee drinker, this is a cigar that would be fantastic with a nice full-bodied coffee, right?
Sweet.
Sweet bourbon with a strong minerality on the finish, something like an Old Fitzgerald 7-year or something like that would be really good with this. And then the barrel-aged porter, like the double pecan from 512 here in Austin.
Dude, that's such a good
So
beer.
good, yes. The second third of this coming in at just above medium strength. It is seductively sweet and, dare I say, smooth, making this an excellent next step for milder smokers seeking some adventure.
Okay. Yeah, I got you.
Massive smoke production delivers a sweet and slightly sassy experience. The retrohale is sweet and woody with a kiss of pepper. Solid ash, good burn. This one has a retrohale that you absolutely enjoy because it has just a little bit of that pepper burn, but mostly it's sweet. It's just a little bit to get your attention. The last third of this, a touch of spicy buildup lures the palate towards a traditional medium strength, yet remains sweet enough to keep it in check. Retrohale is sweet and woody with a kiss of pepper. Solid ash, good burn. Price to quality coming in at $12. I'm giving it a 6.
Nice.
This is now a regular in my rotation.
I love that. So I'll tell you about my cigar coming up. We'll also do the Beverage of Mystery, which we haven't gotten to yet, the Drunken Fact, which we haven't gotten to yet, and as if that weren't enough, we'll be tasting Karbach Brewing Company's Love Street Summer Peach, their fruited blonde ale, next to Smoking and Toasting. You could always open that during the intro.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is the part where you normally...
I'm so captivated by the can.
All right, that works.
Sorry, I was out of time there.
It's all good. It totally works. Karbach Brewing Company's Love Street Summer Peach Fruited Blonde Ale is what we'll be tasting in a moment. But before we do that, it is time for us to do something we usually have already accomplished by now in a show.
Hope it hadn't gotten too hot.
Yeah, let's hope not. It's time to do the Beverage of Mystery.
The Beverage of Mystery.
So the Beverage of Mystery is where one of us brings in a drink of some sort. Sometimes it's a non-alcoholic drink. Sometimes it's a canned cocktail. Sometimes it's a seltzer. It could be just about anything. Sometimes it's a beer. Sometimes it's Malort if Ian brings it.
It's all new lemon pledge as a drink.
The only person who knows what it is the person what brung it today. That's me. You guys have already sniffed. What do you think?
This smells like lemonade.
Yeah.
And I don't even think, like you mentioned, lemon pledge, but I don't even think it smells like bad lemonade. It smells actually like lemonade.
Yeah, it smells
It doesn't
lemonade.
smell like artificial sweetener or any kind of weird stuff. I don't note any.
So when I taste it,
alcohol.
though, I get more lime than lemon.
Oh,
Would you agree with that?
Oh, yeah, this definitely is some sort of margarita.
Okay.
This is
that what it's supposed to be?
This is definitely
It
supposed
tastes
to be
okay.
a margarita. It does taste okay. It is definitely supposed to be.
There's a touch of sparkling to it that's kind of nice.
When you
It's
hear
margarita
us,
with a...
when you hear us kind of
Carbonation.
surprised that the Beverage of Mystery is somewhat palatable, that's because so often these are terrible.
Yeah.
So
And it's not even that cold, and it still tastes.
It
yeah, it
does.
still tastes pretty good.
Yeah.
I just spilled
But
it.
I'm trying to figure, is it a wine-based or is it a actual tequila-based?
I don't think it's a wine base because wouldn't it have that nasty aftertaste?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like,
I would expect that if it were
I
wine.
would
you're
100% expect
Exactly.
You have a question for me, Ian?
that. Is that a beverage of mystery in your pocket, or are you just happy to be here?
Well, I'm glad it's a Beverage of Mystery because it got a little crushed, and I would hate if that happened because I was happy to be here. This is a Jose Cuervo cocktail sparkling classic margarita.
Ooh.
And it's a little banged up for being in my pocket, which
So it is actually Jose Cuervo tequila in here.
Yeah,
Wow.
and so it is from Jose Cuervo.
So it is tequila
There is
then.
actual tequila in it.
It's
and,
expertly mixed with authentic Jose Cuervo tequila.
Of course it is.
Triple sec and the flavor of zesty natural lime.
The flavor of lime.
The flavor of natural
Yes,
lime.
lime flavor.
Not with natural lime flavor.
God forbid we do.
Let's pay
actual
close
lime.
attention to how they worded that.
Yeah, yeah.
The flavor of zesty natural lime. Perfect for sipping with friends.
I'm going to agree with what you said, though. This is not bad.
It's not.
I would drink this.
I got to tell you, like out of all the margarita cocktails that we've ever had, this
Yeah.
might be
so
The can
out of a
cocktail, yeah.
can.
Yes,
this
yes.
might be the best one we've
So
had.
here's
I would
here's
agree.
what I've determined.
Yeah.
We always talk about that boardroom, and apparently Jose Cuervo hired the people that can actually taste and shows something.
Can
that
we talk
tasted
about
good.
the boardroom where
Yes.
they all green light the thing with horrible aftertaste?
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, in this case, though, I agree.
Yeah.
The hell, I'm still drinking it. This has none of that
Oh yeah, I'm drinking it.
awful sugar aftertaste. It's a little sweet, but it's not too sweet either.
Right.
It's not like this over ice would be actually. I would sip that down so fast.
Oh,
And
yeah.
when I first poured this, it was a lot colder. I bet that was really, really
Amazing.
good.
But you're right. The fact that it's still sat there for a bit and you know it's still good.
So we got.
I mean, I would drink this like with this in a glass with ice and a straw. I would drink this at the rate you could pour it into the glass.
Right.
Yes,
I
yes,
agree. So,
yes.
so we've
Super
stumbled
crushable.
across something amazing, which is the beverage of mystery that we all actually kind of like.
And
on
why
at
is
least
it
some level.
Jose Cuervo? I would never guess that unless
So-
it's like one of the higher end Cuervos.
My relationship with Cuervo is very fraught because for years I did shots of Cuervo Gold as a club DJ and somebody working in people would bring shots up and go or
So
they'd
Jose
say, I'm going to buy you a
Cuervo
shot.
was
What
a
do you
friend
want?
of yours.
Yes, absolutely. But I never thought it was great. And then I tasted Jose Cuervo Reserva de la Familia, their extra añejo tequila, and it blew my mind. And to this day, that is my favorite tequila I've ever had. And I've had some great ones since then. And I just have to say,
No, this is
these guys kind of know what they're doing.
really.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really. I mean, and it's not every day.
I'm going to
that-
show this battered can here because you guys might want to look for this
Yeah.
one if you're in the canned cocktail world, The best canned margarita I've had prior to this was Cayman Jack. I think this is better.
Okay.
This is
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use this word. I'm going to say this. This is good.
Wow.
That's
a beverage of mystery that Ian says is good.
good.
Is this a first for the show?
I think so. Like we've had some that are past. Well, okay, I think I may have the Doritos one.
Yep. Doritos. Yep.
The Doritos one is actually pretty outstanding. If you want that over-the-top sweetness that Doritos is to begin with.
If you want to get a Doritos type drink,
But
that's
it, with the
People
orange
who are
Doritos
not from like Texas have
tastes
no
like
idea what
orange
Doritos
Doritos.
is. Yeah.
But I will say, like this is
Doritos with a J.
this has none of that Carcina sweet aftertaste. It has none of that. This is actually very drinkable.
All right, let's
Yes. Oh, I've
blown
already
away by
drinkable mine already up.
let's
That's good.
transition from one of the top flight beverages of mystery we've ever had on the show
Amazing.
to something from a brewery that is one we have a lot of respect for, that got bought by Anheuser-Busch, that we've been critical of in some cases. But talk to me about Karbach Brewing Company out of Houston's Love Street Summer
Every time
Peach
we're critical of this
Fruited
company,
Blonde Ale.
they're still in-house trying to do the right thing at all times.
I want this.
Their
smell.
coastal,
I would agree with
their
that.
All
coastal beer. You remember we talked about that coastal beer?
Oh yeah,
And
I remember we loved
every
that.
beer they sell, they're sending donations to the Coastal Conservation Act. Mm-hmm. It was Coastal Conservation. It was fantastic. Love Street Summer Peach, peachy keen, jive to the beat of the music with this far out blonde, deliciously hopped with German floral hops, and the flavor of freshly picked peaches to ripen your mood and keep you swinging through the day. Not a worry in the world, and all the things are peachy keen. With a Love Street Summer Peach in hand. This is what's written on there. This is not me waxing on it.
I'm just going to say I like this, and I like it a lot.
I do too. I have to say that the nose is incredibly peachy.
The
I mean,
nose
it
is,
smells
but the nose is not perfumey peachy. The
No,
nose is right next to the pit peachy.
perfect peach. I mean, it smells fresh peach.
Summer Peach is the name of this. It is a seasonal.
Needs to be served in a fuzzy glass.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
one of the things that disappoints me about this is that with it being a seasonal, it probably won't show up. There are a lot of restaurants in the greater Houston area where we live that have Karbach on their beer menu because it's Anheuser-Busch, and they do a lot of business with Anheuser-Busch, and they go, okay, well, we'll carry Hopadillo, then we have an IPA, and Love Street, then we have a Kolsch, so on. This probably won't make it onto those
like a
menus
beer.
because it's seasonal.
It's like a beer with a peach effervescence.
That's amazing. That's exactly what I was thinking, because when you take that first sip, it's like drinking a great beer, but then when you get that retrohale, it's just you really get that peach essence.
You
that
do,
peach
and it's got
flavor.
it's got such a tight carbonation on the finish that it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
And again, doesn't leave you with any, like, a lot of times I get either overly sweet or overly perfumey.
Right.
This
and
has
is neither
of those.
Yes.
They really kind of nailed this.
Yes.
Neither, potato.
Neither.
Yeah.
Norther.
Yeah, norther. This is
That's what I thunk anyway.
This is quite good. It's quite good. I would buy more of this and stock the beer fridge.
Yes.
Coming in at 4.2.
So it's pretty crushable.
Yeah.
And I think it would be widely received by just if you had that in your, mixed in with the beer you had at a summer party and it was in the ice chest. I think a lot of people would like that.
And I'll just mention
men
this
and
would
women. I think
this would be a good beer for people like my wife, who's not like a big beer person.
That's what I'm saying.
But she would really
But
enjoy this.
I think the nose on this, I think it would be egregious to drink it from the can. I think you really, really get the experience if you pour it into a glass, because then you get that really peach floral.
And in a summer beer kind of way, drink this as cold as you can get it. I think that will help it taste even better.
Yes, for sure.
But I'm kind of like that about all beers.
Yeah.
I like all beers.
I'm like that about anything liquid that I'm drinking, except for hot coffee.
Yeah, I was going to say, except for beverages that are intended to be hot.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and point this out. I expect any beer that I'm drinking, if it warms up, to be just fine.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't prefer it warmed up.
But if it warms up and it isn't.
But last
very
night
good,
I was
that's a
sitting outside.
Yeah. And it was hot.
I was practicing because I have like 12 songs I got to learn by Sunday. So I was practicing, going through the stuff.
Name one of the songs.
They're church hymns.
They're all for church. One of them is "Awesome God."
Okay, I know that.
We've never
song.
heard that one, right?
Yeah, I know that song.
That one, I was going to say, I know that song. Wasn't that one in the Righteous Gemstones as well?
I think it might have been.
But the Revelation song is another one. You may have heard that, or there's a few other ones. But anyway, I was sitting outside practicing that, and I just put brand new strings on my fretless bass, and it sounds so good. But I get distracted, and I'm busy doing this stuff, and I realized that I had set one of these easy drinking beers, this is by Founders, set it there, and it's 90 degrees outside.
Yeah, so it's going to warm up.
And so I'd probably a half hour before I even opened it. The whole can was sweated all over. Open it up, drank fine. That's what I expect.
Right.
That is a bottom line from beer that I drink.
Right. If it's great cold, it needs to still be decent when it warms up.
And now I could have literally walked a few steps over and grabbed a fresh one out of my fridge and swapped it out. But I expect my beer to be fine, even if it's a little warm.
I feel like the Peachy Keen would survive.
Yeah,
pretty
well,
well,
it actually is warming up, and it's fine.
Yeah. All right. Very good. Terry, I think we have time still in the segment to do the Drunken Fact. We're running late on a whole bunch of stuff here on today's show, so let's do it. The Drunken Fact, please.
And now it's time for another Smoking and Toasting Drunken Fact.
Okay, I just want to point out that I glugged down the rest of what was in here.
Yeah.
That is a very drinkable beer.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. It's good. I want more. I'm going to buy more.
Yeah.
Go Karbach.
Yeah.
You guys have nailed it. Our Drunken Fact for today's show. Scientists have figured out a way. This is what I call, this is the genius of the scientific community. They're constantly working on things that are going to better our lives in really palatable ways. Scientists have figured out a way to make a toilet that can generate electricity out of urine. It's a true.
I feel as
Drunken
beer
fact.
drinkers, we owe it to ourselves
Wow.
to get one of those and lower our electricity bills.
I'm not having too much beer. I'm powering a small city.
That's right.
So get with the program, people.
Wow.
Yeah. but
Mondays and
think about how
Fridays,
brilliant that
I'm
is.
selling electricity back to the city.
It's kind of like why I love the idea of biodiesel, right?
Yeah.
Because you can collect cow turds and put them in your biodiesel
Well, I was gonna
generator
say,
and you have fuel. This is the same kind of thing.
Yeah, I was
right?
going to say, can you just pee in your tank? Can they make it so you can pee in
That
your
would
tank?
be the
Is that
greatest,
how that works?
right?
Right.
When you stop it in the future,
You stop at
When
a
you
gas
stop at
station and you're
Buc-ee's.
just standing next to your car.
you're just standing next to your car, you're fueling it. Yeah, that's what you're doing. This is our future, and I'm excited about it. This is
With the right kind of funnel, you can go hands free.
this seems like
Even your wife can do it.
this seems like a great scientific movie. A science fiction movie,
Wow.
right?
Yeah, I mean, it really.
I love it.
I can see
Electricity, it's
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
this one. Nicolas Cage is the guy who invented peeing in a tank.
Yeah, that's right. Think about it though. There will be forces against this because if this became a thing,
Oh,
that
yeah,
would
yeah.
put Buc-ee's out of business. And
And there would be this beaver
Because
coming
no
to-
one would have to use their super clean restrooms anymore.
I got to tell you though,
Beaver the hitman coming after
I'm
you.
kind of turning around on Buc-ee's. I used to be a big fan. I used to think it was great.
Okay, blasphemy after the World Cup?
Oh yeah, I get it. But now every time I go in Buc-ee's, there are so many people in there. I am absolutely convinced I'm going to contract that lettuce diarrhea
Yeah.
thing from people
It's a
because
very
I'm just
busy place.
way too close
There
to other
is
people.
a lot of people in the larger Buc-ee's like that. That is.
It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's
Very
like
busy
I find
place.
myself I scrunch my shoulders up to try to walk
Yeah.
through and not.
This is how
contact
Flying
anybody.
J creeps by.
Yeah, yeah. Not for nothing, but I've never had
Loves
that
truck stop.
Never had that happen in a Flying J.
Yeah,
I'm
that's right.
just going to say it right now. Never had it happen. So
Yes, but Flying J doesn't have dark chocolate covered pecans.
no, and
those things are
Oh,
freaking
the
great.
barbecue, those pecans that not just the dark chocolate ones, but the ones that they have the sugar and cinnamon on them.
yeah,
Oh.
and
Dude, the brisket breakfast taco.
I will admit
I don't
I
live
am
close to one, so
I am
I don't rarely
I'm
get
such
to go one.
a sucker for marketing because when I'm in a Buc-ee's and I hear him go fresh brisket on the board, I'm like, must have brisket, must have brisket.
Like when Krispy Kreme would have the fresh ones coming out
Yeah.
and the light would come on.
Yeah.
Everybody
They're-
flocks to it.
They're really working on expanding Buc-ee's out of Texas now and all over the country.
They should.
But you can imagine like they might need to do things a little differently in other states. Like in California, you might go into a Buc-ee's if they were to open one there, and you would hear something like fresh broccoli on the board.
Get your broccoli, eh?
Yeah. But I bet, hey, listen, if Buc-ee's did broccoli, I'd probably eat it.
Oh,
Hey,
I'm sure.
If,
I'm sure it
if
would
they
not be
expanded
healthy.
all the way out to California,
Yeah.
fresh avocado on everything.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, you know what? No.
But Terry's not an avocado
Not
guy,
at
but
all.
I am. I'll
No.
take fresh avocado.
I like
on
avocado.
anything. Nope.
On everything. So we've already tried our fruited blonde ale. In our next segment, we'll be trying a blueberry ale. It's called Death by Blueberry. It's a wheat ale from Belching Beaver Brewing Company. And Terry, I don't know how much time we have left in this segment, but feels like we ran over an
we're
hour
just
ago.
no. I was just thinking, we are just about to wrap up.
The theme for today.
All right, fair enough. Well, we still have drinking news on the way. We still have. We'll get into this. The $25 bottle that could be America's best straight bourbon. Ian's already had some guesses.
Wild turkey. All I can guess is wild turkey now.
All right. We'll
'Cause-
get to that and we'll see.
Because wild turkey's delicious.
Plus, Belching Beaver Brewery's Death by Blueberry in the next segment. And as if all of that weren't enough, we might even tell you about 15 cigars you should be smoking right now. So there's urgency. Stay with us. It's Smoking and Toast. Nice. Welcome back. I really like that you did that over that particular music bumper because you helped to cover up the guitar player who's a little flat in some of these.
I feel like that guitar player hates you.
Yeah, I feel like he probably does. Yeah, I feel like he probably does. Welcome back to Smoking and Toasting, our show. The guitar player on that track is Ian, by the way. Just for those who don't know what we're talking about, it was my way to take a little swipe at him and see how we do. Welcome back to the show.
Smells so blueberry.
Yeah, I was going to say, ever since you popped the top, that blueberry smell has just invaded the whole room. Before we get there, though, the world's biggest draft beer selection at one bar is found in Raleigh, North Carolina. 350-plus brews on tap at the Raleigh Beer Garden. They've been open since July 2015. They held 2 separate Guinness World Records for their beer selection with over 300
and for the amount of money they spent on cleaning the lines.
Yeah, with over 386 beers on tap, it's easy to understand why it's a big deal for craft beer fans. Here's my question for you. If you're there, they've got 350 plus craft beer tap lines. Mm-hmm. How confident are you that you're getting A, something that's fresh, and B, something that has been going through lines that have been properly
This
cleaned?
is an interesting conversation because I'll tell you this. My wife and I were shopping one day down on the south side of town over at Texas City area, right? Mm-hmm. You know, the big mall down there. And
sure.
everything. And we stopped at a burger joint called The Burger Joint. Mm-hmm. And we're a little bit out there where everyone's shopping. It's kind of a mainstream place. And I look up at the bar menu, and I'm looking at the beers that they had, and they had some really good craft beers. And my wife goes, which one are you going to order? I said, I'm going to try beers first. Because depending on where you are, sometimes they don't sell much of that stuff.
Right.
And the lines can be absolutely horrific.
Right.
You can smell that.
Right.
And so I had them before I ordered a beer, and there was 2 beers that I rejected. The first 2 beers I ordered, I rejected because you get that little cup right near your nose. Nope, not even going close to that. You can smell the lines that are bad. Mm-hmm. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to do it. And I ended up ordering a Shiner because that's a good safe bet here in Texas because it's going to
right.
sell.
So you're at a place that's got all these taps, and you wind up going with a beer you could get almost anywhere
because the rest of their taps were horrific.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, the Burger Joint guys. I love you guys, but come on.
Yeah.
This is not the only place it's happened. This has happened at different places. As a matter of fact, I've gotten pushback when I've rejected a beer. Mm-hmm. I've gotten pushback from places where a guy comes up, what do you mean you're not going to drink this beer? I was like, smell it. Literally all you have to do is smell it.
Right. So this is particularly interesting to me because when we did our 100th show, our 100th show, part of the show devolved into a whole 20-minute segment about cleaning beer lines. Mm-hmm. Yeah, remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, and I don't know how salient that was for the average listener, but to people who do this for a living, it's a critically important thing.
Yeah,
and it's just like Ian was just talking about. They could have some great beers on tap, but you may wind up going with something you're already more familiar with just because it may be.
And that's sad.
Let me tell you why I point out this story. This is simply, I'm not saying don't order craft beers at a place that has a bunch of taps. I'm saying know where you're going.
Yeah.
If you have a place that specializes in craft beer and craft beer people go to that place, you're probably safe to order any one of those taps.
Yeah.
But if you're going to a place where most of their clientele isn't drinking craft beer.
Right. But they have craft
and they have it. And kudos
order.
For them for trying, right? But most of their clientele isn't drinking craft beer. You still got to take care of your lines. I'm sorry.
Right. No, it's 100% right. By the way, while you were talking about those beer lines, I just drank a blueberry muffin.
It's you know what I'm going to have to say? I have here in a bag, this is Special K Blueberry Seasonal Cereal.
Why do you have a baggie full of Special K?
Well, because I needed something to eat. I didn't eat breakfast, so we're going to drink a lot today, so I needed some breakfast. This is. I got this at Target yesterday. It's on clearance because it's only seasonal, but it is Blueberry Special K. This is what this tastes like.
So
If you
I feel like you're just holding the ingredients in one hand.
and just
Hey,
see.
Terry, I dare you to pour your Belching Beaver blueberry ale into this bag and then get a spoon and eat it. I dare you to do that.
Be my hero.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
that's
this
right.
is exactly.
I'd be all about you.
I took a sip of this beer, and
Yeah.
I just would like to say, holy
Wow.
hell, it's good.
This is Belching Beaver Brewery's Death by Blueberry. It's a wheat ale. These guys are out of Oceanside, California.
Okay.
We've had Belching Beaver beers on the show before, and they've always been good.
Our CEO, Tom, has been crying little blueberry tears because he's been wanting this beer for years. Our brewers said no, but finally we wore down Peter, and lo and behold, he was right. Everyone who's tasted this beer has loved it, adding the perfect amount of blueberry flavor. Death by Blueberry will murder your taste buds with juicy goodness. You'll be buried by berries and resurrected to a new plane of taste nirvana. Cheers, the Beaver crew.
So I just want to say, I love blueberries, the actual berry, the fruit.
Yes.
Like they're one of the
And they're
things
not
I
sweet at all.
always have them at home. They're wonderful. They're great in cereal. They're good by themselves. Obviously great in muffins and stuff like that. But I have never had a blueberry beer I was in love with until today. This beer is exceptional.
It is very good. I will have to say that one time we were up at Lone Pint and they had a blueberry that was they had actually stuck blueberries in.
Yes.
That's
and
right.
They
I
were
remember
just
that. It
doing
was
that.
good.
So it wasn't something like this that was mass produced. It was something there for the brewery that they did, and that was very good. And this
How would
is
you compare
amazing.
this to it?
Yeah, no, this is amazing. This is really good. The one with the fresh blueberry, you couldn't beat that at Lone Pint, but if you're going to go for something you can get in the stores like that,
It's pretty outrageous.
Is amazing.
Belching Beaver
delicious.
is a pretty like edgy company when it comes to their. I mean, look at their name. Like you don't name yourself Belching Beaver, and then get intimidated easily by bizarre beer styles. But I got to tell you, Death by Blueberry, what a way to die.
I would have never guessed how good this is.
I agree totally.
But see,
I
here's
didn't
the thing:
expect
the
to
lingering,
not like it,
the
but
lingering
wow.
taste of blueberries in your mouth is not a sweet blueberry thing. The lingering taste of blueberries in your mouth is the inside of the skin.
Yes.
Of the blueberry.
Yes.
Totally.
It's so good.
And I
will
love the
just-
Reaper Beaver.
The
Yes.
Reaper Beaver. The Reaper Beaver on
Reaper
the can,
Beaver.
which to me looks a little like Kylo Ren in beaver form. That's just my take on it. Again, I'm kind of a nerd, so
hilarious.
I find recognition patterns in
Yes.
It looks kind of like a Klingon beaver, a blueberry beaver there. But no, this is good. This is really good. Like I find
it.
myself very hesitant when it comes to just for myself buying fruited beers. I'll buy them to bring them on the show, but buying fruited beers, I'm a little hesitant because like some of them can be a little too sweet.
It's got to be.
Some of them can be.
It's got to be tough for a brewer to decide how much sweetness goes into it. Because for me, the cherry wheat from Sam Adams, too much.
I agree.
Too much,
I love
too
Sam
perfumey.
Adams, but that
I
is
love
too perfumey for
almost
me. Yes.
everything Sam Adams does. But that one's a little much for me. Like and then sometimes you get them where they're really too sweet. This is not sweetened. This is beer with that beautiful blueberry flavor in it, and it's not a sweetened blueberry. Don't get this wrong. This is not blueberry cake.
Right.
No.
This is not a sweetened blueberry. It's
No.
blueberry in its
blueberry.
most beautiful form.
Yes.
And it leaves you with that slightly astringent skin and blueberry taste that is absolutely fantastic.
Terry, do we have enough time left in this segment for my cigar review, or should I wait?
No, I think we should wait.
All right, so we'll take a break then. I love Death by Blueberry
Fantastic.
from Belching Beaver. I will be. This is something I don't often say when we have fruited beers on the show. I will be buying more.
I'll be
of
looking
this.
for that.
Yes.
It's that good.
Yes.
So wow, we've had 2 fruited beers and they've both been really, really good.
Yes.
Good
on the show
choices.
so far. So
And our beverage of mystery was oddly good.
yeah.
Wow.
So we're kind of on a roll here. I don't know what's happening, but we're kind of on a roll, and I like it. Soon, though, we'll be trying the Zendaya spirits that Terry bought and some tequila, and we'll see how that all goes. Plus, I'll tell you about the cigar I had to smoke this week. It's all coming up. It's Smoking and Toasting. Thank you for listening. We will be right back. That was actually pretty good. That was better than I was expecting for a sound effect from the opening of the vodka. Welcome back. It is Smoking and Toasting. Our show is all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars.
This is modern vodka. It has a screw top.
Yeah, that's right. Our show is heard around the world on great radio stations like KWAM 990 in Memphis, Tennessee. Thank you.
Thank you, Casey.
Yeah, for coming along. The older I get, the more I realize that there are not one, but 2, 3 generations who have absolutely no idea what that impression is trying to do. Can you believe this?
They also believe Ryan Seacrest is who brings you in New Year's Eve every.
So I just wanted to say, I'm not one of those people who's always saying, yeah, the world is going to hell in a handbasket. But I will admit, if our standard bearer for this type of thing has gone from being Casey Kasem to Ryan Seacrest, yes, we are going to hell in a handbasket. That is happening right now.
Amen, sir.
As we speak.
It tells you that. It tells you a lot that Casey wouldn't let him buy the New Year's
That's right.
That's
you
right.
go, Casey.
You
go, you crazy DJ
Wherever you ended
person.
up being buried. That's
Love
right.
you. Love you. KWAM 990 in Memphis, Tennessee is one of our affiliates, and we appreciate them very much, whether my bad Casey impression works or not. Let me tell you about the cigar I had this week real quick before we get to our vodka here. Romeo and Julieta Reserva Real Nicaragua Midnight Twist Toro.
I love everything you just said.
Is what I smoked this week. AJ Fernandez and Rafael Nodal have collaborated now on a number of blends for Altadas USA, and this one I think has the longest name of any of them. The Romeo and Julieta Reserva Real Nicaragua Midnight Twist Toro not only has a long name, but it also has a rather unusual style. As you can see here, the barber pole twist featuring a thinner strip of a darker Maduro wrapper leaf twirling its way around a lighter Nicaraguan wrapper, and it uses blender and filler tobacco from Nicaragua as well, so a puro here. The cap is made up entirely of the darker Maduro tobacco, and the winding construction makes sure that there's always a little bit of that Maduro strip burning at every point during the time that you smoke the cigar. It's a 6x54 Toro, quite gorgeous in appearance. I used a V-cutter and opened it up and examined the pre-light notes. I got cedar, nuts, and hay, pretty much in that order, with a bready baking spice note added in on the cold draw. I didn't get a pepper blast on the first few puffs after I lit it up, but I did get a really nice Maduro sweetness, along with leather and earth, with just a hint of pepper on the finish that started to build puff after puff until it became one of the dominant flavor notes right around the start of the second third. I always worry a little bit about the quality of the construction on barber pole cigars, but this one burned quite well through the first third and into the second. Roasted coffee beans emerged as a dominant flavor in the second third, as did toasted nuts and hay, with the pepper building slowly as the cigar burned. Construction wasn't perfect, but it wasn't a problem either. By the final third, the strength of the Romeo and Julieta Reserva Real Nicaragua Midnight Twist Toro, try saying that 3 times fast, it had built from medium to full, and the flavor complexity grew right along with it. Construction remained decent, and the draw was perfect for my taste, open enough to take nice big puffs, but not so loose that the cigar burned hot. Flavor notes included earth, coffee, a hint of chocolate, and a slight Maduro sweetness that was very inviting and enjoyable. Pepper left a tang on the tongue, but did not overpower everything else. This is a really nice blend. I often think of barber pole cigars as being a little gimmicky, like they promise more flavor complexity than they deliver, but the Romeo and Julieta Reserva Real Nicaragua Midnight Twist Toro was awesome, giving tons of flavor and a wonderful underlying complexity all the way down to the nub. Suggested pairing: I'd go with something with a little sweetness to it. A lower proofed bourbon or a Planteray dark rum would work perfectly. If you're thinking about pairing it with a beer, Shiner Bock should be your choice, in my opinion. The Romeo and Julieta Reserva Real Nicaragua Midnight Twist Toro. I promise that's the last time I'll say it. It's a $10 to $11 cigar, and it does not disappoint.
I love that cigar, and I was just looking back to see what I rated mine at. I have not reviewed it.
Ah, well, as the show's resident AJ Fernandez fanboy, I can tell you that A, AJ nailed it again, and B, it's kind of a nice change of pace for an AJ blend. Price to quality at $11, a solid 5. Find it for less than that, and it's something you should jump at. It's not like a novelty. It's for real. If you feel the same way about AJ Fernandez blends as I do, this one will rock your world. So there you go. Ian, you poured the Zendaya.
Zendaya.
That's just what I'm going to call it because it's easier. The Zendaya vodka, but Terry actually has a
Żytniówka, I think.
How do you pronounce it, Terry? You have the guy that gave it to you, right?
Oh, just because someone speaks Polish and wants to say it.
Yeah,
Right.
see that?
The first one is Żołądkowa Gorzka,
That's
Okay,
not the one we're
that's
trying.
not this one, right?
And then here's the other one.
and the other one is Żytniówka.
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 Can you imagine President Trump trying to say that and hold a straight
Żytniówka.
face? Żytniówka?
Żytniówka.
I would love to see him try to say that and not crack up.
That's
that
right.
That would be hilarious. So this is a vodka. It's a lower proof vodka. Ian, have you done any sampling of this yet?
Lower proof, but it's 2% less. It's 38.
Okay, so
So
usually
it's not
a vodka is
real
40.
low proof.
Right.
Yeah. So 40 is what most people proof it to.
So vodka
so I've
is
been
one of those
sipping this.
neutral spirits, right?
And I have to tell you, this is grain neutral spirit, but let's talk about quality of it, okay? This is pretty high quality in the fact that
I would agree.
it has almost no flavor. It literally has almost no heat.
Yes.
And the aftertaste is mineral water.
I want a martini.
What
made with
is
this.
going on with this? This is,
really
I mean,
good.
that's, I don't know how much
Look at
this
the way it
costs.
holds on the glass.
I don't
Yeah.
know how much this costs, but this is when you see those fancy blue bottles or you see those fancy skulls. This is what they're going for, and they miss it every time.
And this one does not miss. This is good.
Yeah.
Like this is what
Did
vodka's supposed to be.
Did a
Exactly.
fairy sprinkle pixie dust across us at the beginning of the show? Because we are like in everything.
Yeah.
And this came all the way from Poland. This was my neighbor. He lived right next to me. He's moved since, but I still keep in touch with him. And he brought me this one time. Some people came in. I think his father or something brought it in for him from Poland. So this is something you just get in Poland.
Terry, I have
Not
to.
for inhaling.
Not
Yeah. I will say though, I have to say I'm a little jealous because I've never had a neighbor bring me vodka.
Oh, see.
So I think you have the better neighbors.
The better neighbors. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. Yeah.
My next door neighbor, who I used to be in a little bit of a feud with, and now we get along great. We talk about the World Cup and all that kind of stuff. But he's never handed me a bottle of
Bottle
vodka.
of vodka. Exactly.
I just so it's
Even
hard.
an ass pocket sized bottle of vodka.
It's hard to get excited about vodka. Okay, it's grain neutral spirit.
Yeah.
But I will say, as far as how clean this vodka feels and
Yeah.
tastes, this is one of the better examples that I think I've ever even tried.
I will agree with you here, and I'm somebody that I enjoy vodka martinis. I know that's heresy to you because you're a gin guy, but I enjoy vodka martinis, and I can't wait to make a vodka martini with this.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
going to be excellent because the flavor or lack thereof of this vodka, it just works perfectly. I can already taste the olive juice
Absolutely.
and stuff that would be informing the
Right.
flavor of this
Absolutely.
as a
But
vodka martini.
this is where you get like a pure vodka drink. This is where you put this in and you make yourself. What's the cranberry and vodka is?
Sea breeze.
No, cranberry and vodka is sea breeze is with grapefruit. Cranberry and
But
vodka.
yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So you take one of those mixed drinks with this vodka, and it's going to be almost undetectable.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Like, I mean, as an adult, you'll know what's happening, but this is almost undetectable as far as the flavor goes.
it's
This
really
is
good.
pretty
Really
amazing.
clean.
Now, on the nose, you definitely get a little bit of the alcohol. This is vodka. You
Yes.
can tell.
Yeah.
But it's also not overpowering. It's not brutal.
Yeah.
There's no chemical nose to it at all.
No.
I'm actually a little blown away by this.
Yeah, it's really quite good.
Yeah?
Terry, I'm surprised. When you brought the ass pocket full of vodka, I was not expecting to get blown away.
Yeah. No, I remember I got to be in Europe for a little time when I was about 19, 20 years old. And I went on into the Czech Republic, into Slovakia, Bratislava, where the two wild and crazy guys are from. I went in there.
We are just two wild and crazy guys.
They were big on vodka and their vodka that they have. And I remember that I was there visiting my girlfriend's family. We went for the holidays. And her dad on a Sunday morning was just like, everybody was up drinking the orange juice. And he had a bottle of vodka and was just, adding that to everyone's orange juice.
Yeah,
That was
totally.
their mimosa.
This
And
would be great.
It
Yeah.
was,
I would
it's
have no
great.
problems with
Yeah,
that.
it's great.
This is. I wish I could find a vodka that we could buy off the shelf right now that has this kind of clean profile.
Yeah, exactly.
Agreed.
I've never tasted a vodka this clean.
Yeah.
It is extremely clean, and it has no haunting aftertaste
And
of
it
any
doesn't
kind.
even sit I don't know. I don't read Polish, but
I
it
do
doesn't
have a little
say
bit more information about
distilled
it.
75 times or any of that stuff. It's just
Is your further information your buddy?
Yeah, it's a
talking
buddy
about it?
talking about it
Oh,
more.
let's
let's
hear,
hear it, yeah.
let's hear
All
that.
right, let's hear what he said.
So the first one is pretty popular. It's
We
kind
haven't
of like
tasted that
basic
one yet.
one. It has a pretty good quality and it's affordable.
is whiskey.
The
and
one
Kawa.
you're gonna test is kind of variation of the products of this line. So it's not the vodka strict, but it's kind of mix of whiskey, vodka, and it's based on bitter oranges. So it's more like liquor than the regular vodka.
Wow.
Now this one's 28%.
And the other is straight alcohol, straight vodka based on the Ray spiritus. It's basically the most popular alcohol we have. We produce.
Justified.
They both are a Polish production. And this is the one. The other one, the Żytniówka, is super typical. It's the cheapest, basically what you can get.
So this is
This is the
Quality, you may
cheapest you
say,
can
is
get?
It's so, but as I say, it's the reason for drink is their affordability.
so this affordable vodka is from Poland.
This is the
It's
cheap,
from Poland.
affordable stuff.
But this is from Poland, right?
Yes.
This
is from Poland. He is Polish.
This is why I'm going to go out on a limb here. This vodka is why Vladimir Putin has not attacked Poland as of today's
It
show.
is.
A lot of people are
This
thinking
is
that he might.
I love
But-
that he said this is cheap, affordable.
Yeah.
And this kicks the butt out of several French named
Dude, totally.
bottles.
And you have to wonder, why? How did that even happen?
That
Besides
cost $50 and
redistilling it.
$70, yeah.
Besides redistilling it over and over, what can you do to make vodka
They've
taste
been making
better?
it for years, I would imagine.
Zendaya has got it going on. That's all I have to say. She is rocking the planet here.
Definitely a- definitely a,
Żytniówka?
Yeah, Zendaya. Yeah,
That's what I said. Żytniówka.
yeah, dude. Come on, Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's pretty
that's all I
funny.
have to say.
That's pretty funny. And I've had some vodkas that, even when you're sipping on, they taste okay.
Yeah,
But none of them have ever been this clean.
I would sip this completely straight anytime.
Dude,
Yeah.
if you put a cube of ice in it, it would taste like the cube of ice.
I love that. I love that for you. All right, we have to take a break. We will be back. Drinking News is not far away, but we also haven't tasted today's tequila, and that's got to happen. So we'll do that next. It's Smoking and Toasting. Welcome back. There's something about screw tops. I'm not saying they immediately signify that the quality is less, but it doesn't make nearly as good
To me,
of a
if you ask,
sound effect
if
on
you
the
ask
show.
me, it means that this is a modern company.
Okay,
Looking
there you
forward
go.
To the future.
I'll take it. Speaking of modern things, the 2026 International Wine and Spirits Competition concluded their North American judging, and after final scoring, the top straight bourbon is a Kentucky-only release with a long history and a modest price tag. Willett Distillery's Old Bardstown Bottled in Bond earned an impressive 98
That's
out
a
of 100
good whiskey.
points. So have you had this?
Yes.
It was the highest rated straight bourbon and the second highest rated American whiskey overall, and the bottle generally retails for about $25.
Old Bardstown is quite good.
I've had Old Bardstown. Even before I did the show, I actually had Old Bardstown on
Really?
my shelf. Yeah, and but not the Bottled and Bond. I would like to try that. That would
Yeah.
probably be really good.
Well, this, of course, this company, Willett Distillery, halted production in the 70s and became a sourcing, blending, and bottling house. They are a family-owned company, and they eventually restarted their distilling operations in 2012. In 2016, they rolled out a new Old Bardstown Bottled in Bond, which featured their in-house distillate. It continues today alongside several other Old Bardstown's expressions at a range of proofs. But this is what they picked as their number one.
If any of you are listening and you're not that much into whiskey,
yeah.
but you like to have a bottle for people to ooh and ah over a little bit, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Get the Willett Pot Still Reserve bottle. And you know what? Yes, spend the money and get the giant one.
Really?
The bottle, well, because the juice is real good, okay?
Right,
It's real
right.
good. There's no problem with that. But the bottle is made to look like a pot still. It's the
Okay.
coolest bottle you can
That
ever
is
put
cool.
on your bar.
Wow.
I love it.
Absolutely killer. Maybe if we can get a picture of one up here.
I have a tequila bottle shaped like a gun. Is that a thing?
Do you-
I have no idea
which,
what they were
which
thinking.
end do you drink from?
I have no idea what they were thinking. It's like, hey, we could come up with a special novelty bottle for this. What do you
So,
think? A gun. Oh, yes, let's do that.
I grew up before they created things like safety and social awareness about things, right?
Right.
But I also
I have the original Megatron, which was a gun.
Yeah.
Right. So I also remember, though, my dad distinctively having bottles of cologne
Oh, yeah.
that were in like glass guns and things like
Yeah.
that.
I shoot you with my scent.
I don't know how good the cologne was. If I remember, it might have been Brute
Oh, yeah. Brute
by Fabergé.
by Fabergé. Okay. That is anyone who's ever
I can see is a
listened to
little
an
green
Eddie
bottle.
anyone who's ever listened to an Eddie Murphy comedy routine totally gets that joke. Brute. By Fabergé. Ian has poured for us the Tequila Gran Clasico. This is from the guys at Campo Azul, and this is an añejo tequila, but it is their lesser priced blend. And I just want to point out that as prices continue to rise on everything, particularly in the spirits and craft beer and cigar world, we are committed to bringing you, some reviews of these lesser priced things to see if they are worth your money. And
My
what do you
question
think?
is this: what was the money?
$24 for the bottle of Anejo tequila.
$24. I think you're getting something very drinkable.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting a tequila with a little bit of flavor.
Yeah.
And would probably work well in margaritas to give it a little bit of
Now, they have, by the
Bump.
way, a Reposado and a Blanco in this line. I didn't get those. I got the Anejo.
But I will tell you, as far as añejos go, what I expected was to have a little more body. This loses a lot of body at that price
Right.
point.
It's a little bit of a thin mouthfeel.
But the flavor is good.
The flavor is good. It's got some touches of what I look for in an añejo sipping tequila, even though it does come across like use me in margaritas. It's got that kind of a vibe
I would
to it.
say at that price point, being able to use the añejo to get a little bit of that flavor into your margarita, this is probably
Kinda digging it.
prime for that.
Yeah, I agree.
You know.
This is one of those things. If I told you this was a $65 bottle, I don't think we'd be giving it as
No,
high a
I'd
mark.
be very disappointed in the mouthfeel and the
Right.
overall fullness of the flavor.
But at $24,
$4, this is actually pretty outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
And again, you don't feel bad about mixing it. You don't feel bad drinking it straight.
Usually when I'm making margaritas, I will not use an añejo tequila. If I'm using an añejo tequila, it means I've run out of my reposados and blancos, right? But this I would use in a margarita, and I think it would work really well.
I even mentioned it before the show started, or maybe it was after. I can't remember if we said it on the show or not. But this doesn't look like a tequila I would buy because of how pale it is.
Of the fact that it's a lighter
As
color.
an
yes.
añejo, it's just a little pale. Like if this said reposado, I'd be like, okay, I get it. But that being said, the flavor is good. At that price
I will just
point,
say this, by the way. There are plenty of reposados that are at this price point and more expensive. And if we were tasting a reposado right now, I think we'd be raving about it.
Correct.
Yeah. So
I think calling it an añejo is. I mean, I'm sure they had to age it for the right amount of time and everything. But I will tell you, like, this is probably not only a decent sipper, but a great mixer.
yeah, absolutely. And I don't have any problem sipping this all evening long. But you're right. This would be great in margaritas.
You don't have to worry about those pesky corks either.
It's a good thing that you're pouring me this because I like to have a full glass of my spirit when it's time for drinking news, and that's exactly what it is next.
You know what time it is?
Smoking and toasting.
Boy.
We will see you in a moment, my friends.
Sorry, I missed the engagement drama with my tool here.
Welcome back to Smoking and Toasting, and here's the sound effect. Oh, see, I got to tell you, that sounded good to me. I know it was delayed, but it sounded really, really good.
That's the whole thing. Like, if I just went click, psst, off, you'd get it. But you got to get a little of that,
right. You got to
like,
get the
engagement drama is what I call it.
absolutely.
Like, you gotta feel
engagement-
like you're going into it.
Engagement drama. I like that. You know what else I like? I like this tequila. It's not an expensive tequila. The Tequila Gran Clasico. It is 100% de agave. It is an añejo tequila. It's not in any way the best añejo I've ever had, but at this price, it may be one of the better tequilas I've ever had at this price point.
At the price point, that's the whole key on that.
Mm-hmm.
That bang for the buck. I mean, if I was going to put that on a price to quality scale, which is a scale of 1 to 10, and when you get a 5, you get exactly what you're paying for, I would probably put that at a 6 or a 6.5.
Yeah,
even.
agreed. And it will work as a sipping tequila, but I
It's
can't
fine.
wait to try this in some
As
margaritas.
a mixer. Yeah, I bet
Yeah.
it's this.
Can't
Like,
wait.
imagine this flavor, this profile in a nice margarita with the margarita mix that we like.
Oh yeah, the Texas Roadhouse margarita mix.
Yeah,
You
baby.
all laughed
Margarita
at
mix.
before.
And then you just top it with a little bit of Grand Marnier.
Oh.
Yo,
Wow.
don't get me going. buddy.
I'm gonna have
Wow.
to stop and take a moment. That totally worked for me.
That's good.
All right. While I take a moment, let's do drinking news. You mind grabbing that
Oh, yeah,
ukulele
yeah,
there,
let
Sarah?
me get that there ukulele.
It's time for the segment of the program where we bring you a story from the news that may or may not be about drinking, but is always best enjoyed if you've been drinking. It's a little something we like to call, even when we're drinking news. Ooh, I like that.
That's
that,
different. Sorry.
That was new, though. I liked it.
Drinking news. Now it's time for drinking news. A Florida man with one arm said he had a gator for a pet. When asked about his absent arm, he said,
I had to take my gator to the vet.
drinking news. Now it's time for drinking news.
Cheers, y'all. By the way, Terry, your assignment is to get the guy who did our vodka pronunciations to do that. You
Yes.
had to take
I
my
will get
gator to
that.
the vet thing.
You got to say it.
And also Grego, if we can get him.
Well,
Welcome
we already
back.
have him, I think.
Welcome back to Drinking News, where today we are pleased to hand out another Drinking News Excellence in Journalism Award. This time, it's for the best dad joke headline of 2026. It takes us, unsurprisingly, to Florida, where the Miami Times reported a strange discovery by a couple who purchased an avocado at a Publix grocery store. According to the report, Sid Meier, a Florida woman, and her boyfriend purchased a Haas avocado at their neighborhood Publix, only to get home and discover that what looked like a stem sticking out of the top of the piece of produce was not, in fact, a stem, but was actually a bullet shell casing.
Holy hell, it's trying to kill us.
The video the couple posted on Instagram, which has been viewed almost 500,000 times, shows them cutting into the avocado to reveal that the supposed stem was actually a bullet shell, and dropping a few choice F-bombs at their discovery.
That varmint was running through an avocado field.
Comments to the post include other Insta users suggesting that perhaps the couple should now get free avocados for life from the store, which would be
Hold
awesome.
on a second. Hold on a second. Just because there's a bullet in there, you get free avocados for life? Get over yourself.
I would totally press for that because I love avocados.
Well, yeah, if it was me, I would totally do that. I'd be like, I'm traumatized.
I don't even like
Come
avocados,
on.
but I think I could tell the difference between a bullet shell casing and a stem.
Well, listen, a lot of people on Instagram use that this is how you find out that Publix buys cartel avocados. So it's worth pointing out that the item lodged in the delicious fruit was a shell casing.
We're sending them to sing with the avocados.
It was not a complete bullet, so it was likely not fired into the avocado.
No.
But was instead a discarded shell that was picked up and manually inserted into it. And the dad joke headline from the Miami Times, and this is real, reads, "Holy guacamole." My father would be so proud. Yeah, that's the only musical accompaniment you can do. But our main story in today's drinking news involves a man who really, really wanted a Mountain Dew. It took place It took place in Kansas City, Missouri.
Hey, dude, when you got to do the do.
Yeah. Where crews from a company called Patriot Portable Restrooms were collecting a number of their porta potty units.
We're just gonna unwrap this one around you.
Yeah, from the site of a previous World Cup event. Drinking News has learned that the normal procedure in these cases, when they're picking up the porta potties after an event, is to open each portable crapper to make sure that no one is inside before they load them up and take them away.
Hello.
So when they did, they retrieved all but one of the potties, but discovered that the door was locked on the last one. Now, assuming someone was inside doing their business.
Well, those only lock from the inside.
Yeah, right. They announced loudly that the occupant had 10 minutes to finish up before they removed the travel toilet.
Get your squeezy face on. We're taking the toilet.
But when they returned to it 10 minutes later, the door was still locked. And more interestingly, a voice from inside the malodorous men's room spoke up, refusing to come out. Now, luckily, a Kansas City police officer just happened to be riding by on a motorcycle, so they flagged him down to help.
Well, I know what to do, sir.
After the officer demanded that the man come out, the response raised even more questions. According to Patriot Portable Restrooms company partner Chip Counterman, the man inside replied that he could not reach the door and couldn't get out of the toilet. Now, when responders eventually managed to open this rancid restroom, they looked inside, and initially they couldn't see anyone. Then, according to Counterman, all of a sudden, a head popped out of the toilet. Can you imagine? I've had dreams, scary dreams about things like this, you know? Only
a clown popped out of the toilet.
Exactly. That's just what I was going to say. In my scary dreams, when a head pops out of the toilet, it's the guy from It.
It's got to be, Pennywise, right?
Exactly.
Pennywise.
So the man had apparently climbed into the waste holding tank beneath the toilet seat. Ultimately, Kansas City firemen were able to cut the putrid potty open and free the man, who told them he was trying to retrieve a bottle of Mountain Dew that he had dropped into the tank accidentally the night before.
No.
Counterman said it appeared the man had been in the waste holding area of the movable men's room for 8 hours. Firefighters hosed him off with a fire hose, and the man was allowed to leave. The missing Mountain Dew was apparently not ever recovered. Now, I don't know about you, but here at Drinking News, we have many questions.
Wow.
Most specifically, is it really true that the man dropped not an expensive piece of jewelry, not an irreplaceable family heirloom, but a $2 bottle of Mountain Dew, and he just had to retrieve it? Officials don't know if the man was lying or if he really valued the Mountain Dew enough to dig for it in the blue water amongst a sea of floating feces to try to get it back.
I'm going to point out that
Wow.
the answer to that question might not be something you actually want to hear.
Wow. There's like a whole scene in the new Hawk TV show that is on Netflix that Will Ferrell does about how he wants to do the do.
Yeah,
He's going to
well-
do the do. So, it gets pretty exciting for
Well,
people. People
listen,
really,
I mean,
it's
Mountain
important.
Dew
It's
is
important.
intense.
Yeah, it's important.
Our Drinking News staff believes that he must have been telling the truth because if what he offered was a false excuse, I dropped my Mountain Dew, if that was made up, it was really a terrible, terrible excuse. And so, dear listeners, if you should ever find yourself,
At least he had a reason.
all right, I'll give you that. But it
There
wasn't-
are people
wasn't
out
a
there
great
who
reason.
are pointless.
Yeah. Well, if you should ever find yourself trapped in a porta potty
Those are
and you're
really crappy
refusing
people.
and you're refusing to come out, we'd like to provide you with a number of excuses that might be just a little more believable.
He mixed the yellow juice in with the blue juice.
Yeah, than anything having to do with a now warm Mountain Dew.
Makes sense that it's a crappy excuse.
Wouldn't you know it? We've compiled these suggestions in the form of another easy-to-remember Drinking News Top 5 list. And although we've been warned by those with much better taste than us that we should not share these things, we're throwing caution to the wind, and that's exactly what we're going to do right now. This would be the top 5 excuses for refusing to come out of a porta potty that are more believable, even if just barely, than searching for your Mountain Dew. Top 5 excuses for refusing to come out of a porta potty. Here
Wait
we go.
a minute, guys. It's down here somewhere.
Here we go. Number 5. I'll be out in a few minutes. I'm just finishing up reading the sports section. Again, these are excuses for not coming out of the porta potty, right? Number 4. I got an anonymous text that I think was from Sydney Sweeney saying to meet her here for a little afternoon delight. Do you see her anywhere? Number 3, leave me alone. I'm waiting for the stool softeners to kick in. Number 2, sorry I'm taking so long. I got caught up watching videos on my phone. These cats are hilarious. And the number 1 excuse for refusing to come out of a porta potty, number 1, all I had for lunch was a bowl of Taco Bell lettuce, and I can't come out just yet. Reporting live from Kansas City, where I think now I understand the hidden meaning of Mountain Dew slogan, do the do. My name is Cruze, and that is your...
Drinking news. And that's our time for drinking news.
Cheers, y'all. Honestly, I thought a story about being trapped in a porta potty and I thought I would get bigger laughs out of you guys. I really did.
I mean, I laughed.
I laughed.
Okay.
That was
My
no,
favorite
that was good.
is they're hollering back and forth inside this porta potty.
Mm-hmm.
The guy had to sound a little bit funny,
Yeah, right.
right?
It's like,
Because he's not like right there by the
Okay.
door.
How big is the chamber in there? Because I thought it was not that.
They're not
big.
that
Like,
big.
not that big. I
And
never
then,
thought
and
I
then
could
how
fit.
did he get in there and get stuck?
right.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't come out. Only his head popped out of the porta potty.
I mean, okay, so there's so many questions happening here. Like,
Right.
for instance, first off, why did you drop your Mountain Dew down there?
Yeah.
Right. How clumsy do you have to be to drop your Mountain Dew into the toilet? In
Right,
my
okay.
whole lifetime, I've dropped only one thing into a toilet, and it wasn't like a porta potty. It was a urinal at a restaurant, and it was my iPhone, and I had to go
Listen,
get another one.
if I was in the porta potty
I had to get another one because
and
it
I
sits
happen
there
to be
to this
wandering
day.
around with a 20-year-old Pappy Van Winkle, and I accidentally dropped it down the toilet, I would be like, Sorry, guys, I lost it.
Yeah, yeah. Damn, I really wanted to taste
It
that
would
20-year
never
Pappy.
occur to me to stick my arm down there.
Right.
And then, because I couldn't quite reach it because my arm's swimming around in the blue juice, my head would have to follow. I'd have to get a little closer, and then my whole body would fall in.
Right.
And if my body fell in, how would I not be able to get out?
And why would I not immediately get out?
And then also, there's the hilarity of, I'm sorry, guys, I can't reach the door.
Yeah. Well,
In a porta potty.
to me, and I'm not,
Something
listen,
has gone horrifically wrong when you
Right.
can't reach the door in a porta potty.
Everyone is different. Everyone has their whole, life unfolding in front of them. But when you have reached into a porta potty tank to retrieve your $2.22 Mountain Dew, which would have been cheaper if you'd bought two, it'd have been $5 for the two or whatever.
That's right. It would be 2 for $4.
Right. 2 for $4. You'd still have another Mountain Dew left, and you could go for that.
I got my hand stuck in this pickle jar.
I guess
just
My
let go of
question,
the
okay, what
pickle.
about this question?
I guess
Okay,
that's
no
what they
one's-
call the
No
Baja
one's brought
Blast.
this one up.
I
Yeah.
love those.
What happens when you retrieve that Mountain Dew?
Right.
Are you going to open it and take a big old sip and
Okay,
congratulate
listen.
yourself?
Thank
Here's
you.
the thing. Clearly, getting in the porta potty did not bother him. So
Right,
that
right.
in itself says that yes, he was going to. Yes,
Oh.
yes.
Yeah.
That's
Yes,
amazing.
I am going to taste something that is the complete opposite end of the spectrum. From Burlington Beer Company, this is their bourbon barrel-aged Imperial Coconut Stout called North of Kathmandu.
Well, it has coconut and it is not suntan lotion-y.
All right. So you've already started your research, I take it?
Yeah, actually, I'm going in for seconds.
All right. You tell me what you think while I do a little sipping here.
So the only thing about this that has any level of disappointment is the mouth feels a little thin.
Yeah?
But the flavor, all the notes that I'm getting are fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little simpler than I thought.
It's got a little coconuttiness to it. You're right.
It's coconut,
It's a little
it's
simple.
coffee, it's stout. That's it.
But
Yeah.
it is a little boozy.
It's a little boozy.
Yeah.
I'll go with that.
All right.
What is the actual boozy?
We'll talk more about this, and we'll talk about the Zendaya whiskey
Coming in
up
at 10.5.
here in a moment. It's Smoking the Toastin'. Welcome back at Smoking and Toastin'. Our program is all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars. We were talking about this Imperial Stout before we went to break. It's a bourbon barrel-aged Imperial Coconut Stout from Burlington Beer Company. And Ian, you were saying the only thing that you were less than thrilled about this,
It has a
is
little
the
bit of a
mouthfeel.
thin mouthfeel.
yeah. But that doesn't stop it from being delicious, does it?
No, it doesn't. Actually, the second sip that I had on it, it's almost like the mouthfeel builds a little bit on you.
I would agree with that.
The nose on this is also very, very classic stout with a kiss of coconut. The coconut does not come across as suntan lotion. You'll be glad to know that. But overall, it's pretty nice. This is a great bottle to share. It has a little bit of almost like Christmas spice kind of
Oh, yeah, I agree with that.
pardon
yeah.
me, vibe going on with it as well.
And it makes me excited, actually, for Christmas ales and stuff that will be coming up before too long.
St. Arnold
Yeah.
Christmas Ale. If you're in the Houston area, St. Arnold Christmas Ale, listen, just if you're driving through here for any reason, just buy a case.
Right. Buy a case, take it home with you.
Yeah,
to wherever
you
are.
don't, dude, just trust me on this one.
All right. So we've tried the Zendaya vodka, and it made me think warm and not so palatable thoughts about Zendaya. And now we're trying.
You're
so
making it
Terry,
awkward.
this is a whiskey. Is that
This
right?
is it looks like
Whiskey and
it's like a whiskey.
KAWA.
He
Whiskey
said
and
it's a little more like a
Kala-
liqueur.
Yeah, this is coming in at 28%. So this is substantially lower. This is liqueur kind of area.
Okay.
Did
Yeah.
you try it?
I did.
What is that? That you looked away for a minute, and I'm not sure what was happening.
I'm not crazy about it. I'll be honest. It's got a nice sort of cinnamony, sugary finish on it, but it's not what I was expecting. And I don't think of this as a whiskey. almost because of the flavor.
No, I don't
No,
think
it's
they're
more
trying
of
to
a-
sell
no.
it as that. They're selling this as kind of a fun drink. I
Yeah.
think, to be honest with you, I think this, man, poured in a coffee
Yeah, I could
Yeah.
see that. Yeah, pour that
would
into
be a
coffee.
nice
that'd
little
be-
addition.
pour that into coffee. Have a little cigarillo.
Yeah.
Could be good. Yeah.
But I mean, it's
It literally has a tobacco-y flavor, if you ask me.
I don't know. I just went back to this coconut stout, and I'm loving life. So I'm gonna go coconut stout over.
I have to say,
the Zendaya whiskey.
I'm liking the liqueur. I think it's nice, and I could see how you would carry this in your pocket, at work all day.
Yeah, I'm not
I can
hating
totally
on
see
it.
that, yeah.
I'm not hating on it. It has a little bit of licorice,
Yes.
just a kiss of that, but it's also it's got this like cinnamon
Yeah.
kind of sweetness. There's something in there. I just have no idea what it is.
Little whiskey, little sweet.
This might be a fun thing, like I said, to drop in a little bit of coffee or something like that. I could see why people would take this and just sip it.
Yeah.
Also, it's 28%, so it's not like you're slamming back shots the whole
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
I just, for me, I
It's
can
a little
think
something,
of
something.
much more enjoyable ways to sip a spirit.
I mean, it's damn sure better than Jägermeister.
Yeah.
Well, sure. But Jägermeister would never make my list of things to sip.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jägermeister is essentially rotted cabbage. Like, I'm not even making that up. That's what it is.
I used to
It's
do
fermented
Jaeger shots all the time.
It's
Thanks. I'll never
fermented
be able
cabbage.
to think of it without thinking about
It's
that.
fermented cabbage is what it is. I'm just saying.
You've just destroyed it for me.
Yeah, and that's probably a good thing.
I just, here's the funny thing. Sometimes you ruin something for somebody just by saying something.
Saying something.
And I was hanging out at a friend of mine's house. His name's Scott. I was hanging out at his house. And he was like, man, I'm glad you come over. I'm glad we live in the same neighborhood. I was like, well, I have to come over from time to time. You have my name on your front door. And he goes, what do you mean? So his last name's Hamilton. And he had this big steel sign cut out and made. It says Hamiltonian right there. I said, it clearly says Hamilton Ian right there.
See?
I ruined it for him. He can't look at his own house
Cannot look at his own house the same way.
without thinking of me.
love that.
Hamilton Ian.
I love that. That so works for me.
I like it. But you know me. I like a lot of the sweeter things like that.
This is something if we were hanging out at the game,
yeah.
watching the football,
Yeah.
I would sit there and have sips of that with you.
Yeah.
I would not. I
I
would
could
be
see
like,
that being a
bring
thing.
out that tequila we had earlier.
The tequila,
would-
the tequila's particularly
be
good,
saying, yeah.
especially
Well,
as
that's
price
why you
point.
can carry the vodka around as well as the other ones, so that
Yeah.
you can have both.
I get it.
The
But
tequila,
I would say the
tequila
vodka
and
was
the
quite
beer,
good, though.
Yeah.
The tequila and the beer do not like each other.
Yeah.
They're actually like almost like opposite ends of magnets right now.
Very polarizing.
Yeah. No, I get that.
No, they're not good together.
It almost makes that that beer taste like almost too sweet.
Yep.
But
Which the beer is not that sweet to begin with when you're trying.
No.
but coconut, definitely coconut.
Coconut. You cuckoo for coconuts.
I am cuckoo for coconuts. This has been a really interesting show because Terry brought these two like completely unknown Zendaya spirits, and we
just
tried-
for all you listening, they're not called Zendaya.
Yeah, here, let's see if I can play the pronunciation again. For
they
you.
are
Here it
in
is.
my
It's-
mind.
Yeah, they are in your mind. Here we
So
go.
if you're looking for these,
Żołądkowa Gorzka, and the other one it's Żytniówka.
so
That-
Żytniówka
yeah,
is the
that's easy
vodka
for
that we
you
were
to
talking
say.
about. That's actually really, really pretty outstanding.
Yeah, really good vodka.
Żytniówka.
Wow.
Yeah.
You gotta be chewing on something to say. I think it's Żytniówka.
Yeah,
Żytniówka.
what is up with all these people that don't have the courtesy to label their products in English? I'm just,
Oh, come on,
I'm just like,
Something not even available here.
right?
that's
We
like an
can't
old
even get
Steve
it.
Martin bit about the people who don't have the courtesy to speak English. But I will just say though, we've tried a lot of great stuff on today's
Yeah.
show.
Today's show
Really?
was winners.
And
Mostly.
I will be honest with you, when I was first lining up the beer choices, the Karbach with the peach infusion, the Belching Beaver blueberry. I wasn't so sure how we were going to like them, and in both cases, we liked them.
I was
lot.
very excited when I saw the show notes, and I was right.
Terry is that guy that loves the fruited stuff.
Yes.
So we're gonna have to do a whole
Also-
sours show.
Oh,
just
yeah.
for Terry.
I love some
We
of
just
those
need
things.
this picture of our boneyard right here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it. Just looking at it. Okay,
This looks
so,
like the aftermath of a Buffalo Wild Wings or something.
I'll get a
there's one major difference though. Some really
there's good beer.
beers were consumed in your aftermath there. On next week's show, we are excited to welcome back our friends from La Sigua Cigars. This is the cigar company that is based out of a country that you are not quite as used to getting cigars from El Salvador.
El Salvador.
And these guys make great cigars. We'll talk about their cigars on next week's show.
They've
and
been on
welcome
the
them
show
back.
before, but now here's the thing. That was pre-release. Now they've released their cigars, and they're running completely out of them almost immediately.
Which is good.
And we'll let them tell the story about that. That is
Yeah.
a good thing. As a matter of fact, the cigars that they sent us had to come from one of their retailers.
Because they were so out of
Because they were so
cigars at the
completely out of
factory.
cigars.
Wow. That's
We'll talk
excellent.
about that next week.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, the Smoking and Toasting Barrel Pick from Oceanside is on its way to us. Should be in our hands by the next show. So
hardly contain myself.
and can hardly remain sober through the entire show. But we'll do our
I
best.
feel like at some point I'm just going to stop containing myself.
It's been fun doing
and
the show with you
things are
today,
going to get
sir.
real right about then.
I love that. Terry is our producer. Thank you, Terry. Have a great week, my friends. And until we meet again,
Cheers,
cheers, y'all.
My